Good morning student, welcome to political science online class. So in this video we are going to start second chapter in political science, that is election and party system in India. So election and party system in India, in this chapter particularly we are going to discussing about the two concept. Number one is election, second one is party system. So both are very essential in political science. So election and party system are very important concept in political science. Especially these two concepts are very important in democracy. Without election there is no democracy. Without party system there is no democracy. So the election and party system are very essential in political science. So in this chapter, particularly in India, whatever the election system is there, whatever the party system is there, so particularly we are discussing about the election and party system in India. So if you compare then other country, the India or Indian system have a different type of election methods, and also the Indian politics have a different type of political parties or political party system. So in this chapter we are going to discuss the two important concepts, that is number one is election, second one is party system in India. So the first one is election. Already I was told you that is in this concept there are two important concepts are there. Number one is election, second one is party system. So very briefly we are discussing the two concept. So the first one is election. So ಎರಡನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ ಏನಿಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಚುನಾವಣೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಷ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಎರಡೂ ಏನಿದಾವು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದ ಆಧಾರ ಸ್ತಂಭಗಳು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಚುನಾವಣೆಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದೊಳಗೆ ಪಕ್ಷ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯೂ ಸಹ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರಿ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯದೊಳಗೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಷ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಯನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. So already I was told you that we are briefly studying about the two concepts. Number one is election. So for introduction, first of all introduction of the election. So already I was told you that election is very important part of democracy. So without election there is no democracy. Election is very important pillar of the democracy. So therefore it is very important part of the democracy, and the citizens are supreme in the democracy. So therefore democracy mean is the people, by the people, for the people. So whatever the rulers and whatever the ruling, the everyone is depend on the citizens. So therefore citizens are have a very supreme role in the democracy. So the constitution provide the voting power to the citizens. So entire democratic system is depend on the citizens. So it is provided by the constitution. So the through the voting system the citizens are elected the political parties, or elected the candidates, or elect the government. So therefore whatever the governance system is there, whatever the political party system is there, whatever the election is there, everything is depend on the citizens, because this is democracy. In the democracy the citizens have a supreme power. So therefore whatever the citizens have a supreme power in democracy, whatever the citizens have a supreme voting power in the democracy. That power is given by the constitution, or that power is provided by the constitution. Through the constitution, the citizens are participate in the voting system. So therefore the election is very essential one. ಸೊ ಏನಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಪೀಠಿಕೆನ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದ ಮೂಲ ಆಧಾರ ಸ್ತಂಭ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ದ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್ ಟು ದ ಸಿಟಿಜನ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ ಚಲಾಯಿಸುವ ಅಧಿಕಾರವನ್ನು ಸಂವಿಧಾನವೇ ನೀಡಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ derived from Latin word eligere. The term election is derived from Latin word eligere. Eligere means to choose, to choose, or to pick, or to elect, etc., etc. So this is the meaning. So whatever in English we are called election, that English word election is derived from Latin word, that is eligere. Eligere mean to choose, to pick, or to select. So it mean through the election the citizens are choose the political parties or candidates. Through the election the citizens pick the candidates or political parties, or through the election the citizens select the political parties or the candidates. So that is the meaning of election. Again I will told you, again I will repeat that this is very important for 1 marks, which is the root word of election. It is very important for 1 marks question. So the term election is derived from Latin language. The root word is elegere. Elegere means to choose, to pick, or to select. It means through the election the citizens are select the political parties or select the candidates. So this is meaning. ಸೊ ಏನಿಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪದ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ಭಾಷೆಯ ಎಲಿಗೇರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೂಲ ಪದದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಚೂಸ್, ಟು ಪಿಕ್, ಟು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳು ಅಥವಾ ಆರಿಸು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನದ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತಿದ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ನೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ the voters are exercising their franchise and select the political party or select the candidates or government. It is very important. So therefore whatever the government is elected by the people, whatever the government is selected by the people, that government is called as democratic government. Understood what I say? Through the election, through the citizens, whatever the government is selected, that government is called as democratic government. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತಿಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜನರಿಂದ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸರ್ಕಾರವನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ the meaning of election. All of you, I think all of you understood that. So again I will told you the election is very important in democracy, and the meaning is the term election is derived from Latin word. The root word is elegere. Elegere means to choose or to pick or to select, as well as whatever in the election system, if the government is elected by the elected by the people through the election, that government is called democratic government. So this is the meaning of the election. So next one is type of election or type of election. So in the election there are 4 important types are there. Number 1 is general election, second one is midterm election, third one is re-election, fourth one is by-election. So in the type of election there are 4 important types. Number 1 is general election. So what is general election? It is very important for 2 marks question. So what is general election? It is very important for 2 marks question. Already I told you that the type of elections there are 4 types are there. Number 1 is general election. So general elections mean where the all eligible voters on the basis of universal adult franchise exercise their voting rights in the election, that is called general election. So general election mean at a time entire country faced the election. At a time entire country conducting the election. So this is first one. And another one important point is in the general election the all eligible voters on the basis of universal adult franchises exercise their voting rights in the election. So here 3 important points. Number 1 is where in the all eligible voters. All eligible voters mean, so first of all there are some restrictions are there. For example, voters have a particular age, then only they have a right to voting. For example, in India, those who complete the 18 years, so more than 18 years citizens are only have qualified to participate in the election. That is first one. Second one is the voters should be India, a citizen of India. So this is second one. There are some basic qualifications are there. Those who have a basic qualification, so that is called eligible voters. For example, all of you not complete the 18 years, it means you are not qualified to participate in the voting system. So therefore the eligible voters on the basis of universal adult franchises. Universal adult franchises mean so here there is a no any discrimination is there. There is a no any caste discrimination. There is a no any religion based discrimination. There is a no any educational discrimination. The every citizen of the country, if he has a basic qualification or basic some qualified, definitely he can participate in the election. There is no any discriminations like religion, caste, territory, language, etc. There is no any type of discrimination. The every citizen should be participate in the election method. So that is called universal adult franchises, as well as they are exercise their voting rights in the election. That is called general election. Again I will repeat the definition. So general election mean where the all eligible voters on the basis of adult franchises exercise their voting rights in the election. That is called general election. So general election is first type of the election. ಸೊ ಒಂದನೇದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಚುನಾವಣೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರಗಳು 2 ಪ್ರಕಾರಗಳಿರೋದನ್ನು, ಸುಮಾರು 4 ಪ್ರಕಾರಗಳಿರೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರಾಗ ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾರ್ವತ್ರಿಕ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಜನರಲ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೇಶದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಹ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳು ಯಾವುದೇ ಭೇದ ಭಾವವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವುದು. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾರ್ವತ್ರಿಕ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ where the all eligible voters on the basis of adult franchises exercise their voting rights in the election called general election. So this is the first one. Now the second one is midterm election. Second one is midterm election. Midterm election mean when the houses is dissolved before the completion of its term, such as a situation arise when the ruling party fails to win the vote of no confidence, and when the no political parties is an opposition to prove the majority. At the time whatever the election is conducting, that election is called midterm election. So this is the second type. Again I will repeat and explain the definition. When the houses is dissolved, so all of you know that whatever the government is selection according to the wishes of the people. So the government have a 5-year of term. All of you know that. If you see the from Gram Panchayat to Lok Sabha, the every house have a 5-year of term. So that is called that is the term of the house. All of you know that. For example, if you see the Lok Sabha, so Lok Sabha have 5-year term. For example, legislative assemblies have a 5-year term. For example, Gram Panchayat 5-year term. So when the government is select, that government have a 5-year term. But here definition is explain that when the house is dissolved before the completion of its term. For example, after the selection of the government 1 year back or after 1 year, after 2 year, if the government is dissolved in the different type of reasons, so after that such a situation the ruling party is failed to win the vote of confidence. The ruling party is failed to show or win the number of no any confidence, and no any political parties like opposition parties also fail to prove the majority. At the time the election commission is announced the again election or re-election. So that is called midterm election. Understood students what I say? Midterm elections mean before the completion of the term. In any situation the house is dissolved or government is dissolved in the different reason. After that the ruling party is also failed to prove the majority, and the opposition parties also fail to prove the majority. At the time again election is conduct. So that election is called as midterm election. So this is the second one, that is midterm election. ಸೊ ಎರಡನೇದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ಯಂತರ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯಂತರ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯ ನಂತರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ 5 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಅವಧಿಗೆ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿಷಯ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಸರ್ಕಾರ 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಅವಧಿಗೆ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ election whatever the government is select, the term of the government is 5 year of term. ಸೊ 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಅವಧಿ. ಆ 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಅವಧಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಪತನ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಥವಾ ಸದನ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ದ ರೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೇಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಶೋ ದ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಡಳಿತ ಪಕ್ಷವು ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಪಕ್ಷ ಆಡಳಿತದೊಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕಾರದೊಳಗೆ, ಆ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ತೋರ್ಸೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದ ನೋ ಎನಿ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ unable or not able to prove the majority. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ಕಾರವನ್ನು ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ತೋರ್ಸೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಚುನಾವಣಾ ಆಯೋಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಧಿ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಪ್ರೀ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ 5 years the election commission was announced. Election commission will announce the again election or re-election, that is midterm. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಡಳಿತ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮತ್ತು ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ತೋರ್ಸೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಚುನಾವಣಾ ಆಯೋಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅವಧಿ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ಯಂತರ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ರೀ-ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ the third one is re-election. So re-election mean it hold when the election are countermanded due to the irregularities like booth capturing, ragging, threatening and bribing the voters and polling staff. So these incidents may occurred in the particular booth or polling station or in the entire constituency. Afterwards, whatever the election is announced, that election is called re-election. So the re-election is only for the any polling booth or polling station or the constituency. It is not for entire country, it is not for entire state, it is only for limitation to the any booth or any station or any constituency, because due to the any type of irregularities like booth capturing mean, so in the election time somebody capture the booth or someone is show the ragging, someone is threatening and also the bribing voters and polling staff. It is absolutely against to the democracy, it is absolutely against to the election. So if these type of incidents are happened in the any particular booth or any particular constituency, in that booth or constituency the election commission is conducted the re-election. So that is called re-election. ಸೊ ಮೂರನೇದಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಚುನಾವಣೆಯ ಮೂರನೇ ವಿಧ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ರೀ-ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ರೀ-ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆನ್ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಎನಿ ಬೂತ್ ಆರ್ ಪೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಾರ್ಡ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವಾರ್ಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತಿದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಇರ್ರೆಗ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಹಿತಕರ ಘಟನೆಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಇರ್ರೆಗ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಹಿತಕರ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಬೂತ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೂತ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಾತಾವರಣವನ್ನು ಕೆಡಿಸೋದಾಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ರ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರನ್ನು ಹೆದರಿಸೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಥ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಡಚಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬ್ರೈಬಿಂಗ್ ಟು ವೋಟರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಮತದಾರರನ್ನು ಹೆದರಿಸೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಹಿತಕರ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು ರೀ-ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ರೀ-ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್, ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು, ಐ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ the re-elections mean due to the irregularities like booth capturing, ragging, threatening and bribing the voters and polling staff. So these type of incidents happened in the any particular constituency or the polling booth. So in that booth or constituency, the election commission is conducted the re-election, that is called re-election. This is third one. Now the fourth one is by-election. The fourth one is by-election. By-election mean it hold generally to fill the vacancy arising due to the death or resignation or disqualification of the elected member or representatives. In the particularly such a situation, election commission conducted the another one election, that is called by-election. So by-elections mean in the any particular constituency, after the selection of the candidate, after the selection of the representator, if any type of reason the vacancy is arising or vacancy is fill the vacancy, so in the different reasons like death, resignation and disqualifications of the elected member or the representative. Understood what I say? If the elected member's death, if the elected member is resignate to the seat, or if the any type of disqualifications of the elected member, so in such a situation the election commission is conducted re-election, that is called by-election. So this is the fourth type of election. ಸೊ ನಾಲ್ಕನೇದು ಏನೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೈ-ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಉಪಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಉಪಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ 3 ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಯ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಖಾಲಿಯಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬೈ-ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮರಣ ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅನರ್ಹನಾಗಿದ್ದನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ಅನರ್ಹನಾಗಿದ್ದಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಖಾಲಿ ಆದಾಗ ಆ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಚುನಾವಣಾ ಆಯೋಗ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನಡೆಸ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೈ-ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ the by-election mean it hold the generally to fill the vacancy arise due to the death, resignation or disqualifications of an elected member or representative. So that is called by-election. So dear student, so we are discussing the 4 type of elections. Number 1 is general election, second one is midterm election, third one is re-election, fourth one is by-election. So in examination it is for 5 marks question. Explain the or describe the type of elections. Describe the type of elections. So this is for 5 marks question. So in between there are some 2 marks questions are there. For example, what is general election? For 2 marks question. What is midterm election? For 2 marks question. What is re-election? For 2 marks question. What is by-election? For 2 marks question. So it is very important for according to the view of the according to the exam view. So in these 4 types, compulsorily one question is asked in the annual examination for 2 marks. Understood what I say? So 4ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡ್ಡಾಯವಾಗಿ 2 ಅಂಕಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತಿಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ annual examಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. So again I will told you, within that the one question is compulsorily asked in the annual examination for 2 marks. Again I will told you, what is general election? This is for 2 marks. What is midterm election? For 2 marks. What is re-election? For 2 marks. What is by-election? For 2 marks. It is very important for 2 marks question in the second chapter. So in next video or next class we will discussing the another one concept, that is the methods of election. There are two type of methods, direct election and indirect election. That two methods we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.